Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is David. If this is the first time you're watching this, I basically share what I've learned about AWS and running AWS resources and services online, on the cloud. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you how to use maintenance window to patch your AWS EC2 instance. And the OS that we are running is Windows 2019. Let's begin. In this screen that you see here, I'm running this EC2 instance, which is Windows 2019. And currently, I already have set up the quick setup for patch manager, and this is the output that we have. Let me show you this. So I've already run a patch baseline, and we found out that there's one missing KB. And if we go down to the bottom, we found that there's actually this KB that's missing. Let me make it bigger. So there's few ways you can go about learning what is this KB about. Right now we're looking at this. So this is the KB that we're looking at, and I have no idea what it's about, but basically it shows that there's some OS security, some secure advanced targeting. And on top of that, for AWS patch manager, what you do is you patch this, and on top of that you patch another one called this service tag. So we'll be looking at this. We'll be expecting 2 KB to be installed if we patch this. So right now I'm at maintenance windows, and we just create the maintenance window. Or if you're a year ago, you get to see the create maintenance window, but what we can do is we can run configure, and basically it will show us this configure patching. And in here we have the maintenance window. We can create a new maintenance window. So we have this instance tag, and what I have here is I'm using this patch group key and Windows tag. So we can create patch group Windows 2019. Okay, so we add this, and right now we're gonna create a new maintenance window. So I'm not particularly good at looking at cron or creating cron, so we're gonna use read expression. What is read expression? Basically something like this. So this is something that I can understand because it's a one-time thing. So I'm gonna create this, and now is 19 May, so I'm gonna change the year, I'm gonna change the month, I'm gonna change the day, and now is 8:30. So in terms of 24 hours, we're looking at 30. So for UTC, 50 minus 8 is 12, so we're looking at 12. 30 less 31. So if you don't understand, and if you're not sure whether you got the time correct, you can make it a bigger one, like 45. If it's approved, it will let it run through, and if it's not approved and you got the timing wrong, they will show you the time that you arrange. So normally is so maximum number of hours to allow maintenance to run. So by right is if you have more than one EC2 instance, and each instance once you install the KB, each KB takes about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So right now we only have one instance running, so I'm gonna keep this as 1, and I'm gonna call it patch KB that we're patching. This one, okay. So I'm gonna scan and install. Anything else I want to set? Okay, let's configure. Now we wait. Okay, it's not here, you cannot see, but if you look at your maintenance window, be there, yeah, patch. So right now let's take a look. So like I said, so it's 12:45 UTC, so it's about 12:45 UTC, 8:20:45. Now it's 32, so we have more than enough time. Let me see, we have the task. Okay, so let's look at the target. Do we have a target? Yeah, we have a target. So what is this task about? It's basically run patch baseline. Let's copy this bucket name. Then call it patch. Okay, so we have this baseline. Click reboot if needed, and we click install. Now it's 8:35. It should be running by then. So for this is a run patch baseline, so it's a run command. we can look at the run command and see whether it's running. Yeah, it is. So let's wait. If you're curious like me and you want to know what's going on even though run command is still running, oh, it's gone. So let's take a look. It's successful. See what we have. Installed. Missing count 0. Interesting. We don't get to see anything, but it's okay. So we're not doing things at scale. Let's do a run command again. Let's choose PowerShell script. Okay, so I want to see what's going on in the event. So we have log name, setup. Okay, then let's see, get hotfix, sort descending, select object first 5, choose patch group 2019. We're not gonna see anything. We're just gonna see from the okay, why don't I like this? Since we have nothing to worry about, we're gonna click this, then we're gonna do a run command, click run. Okay, so we have an error, patch group. Okay, we're gonna add this. So why are we not going to use SSM to access the EC2 instance and run some PowerShell script, and instead we rely on run command? It's more scalable. This process is more scalable. Imagine if you have more than one instance, and if you do the process like going to use system manager, then click all this config, you're gonna be wasting a lot of time. So that's why I'm using run command even though we only have one instance. So let's refresh this. Okay, successful. Let me see what we have. No events were found. Okay, so let me try again. Events, log name, setup. Wait, is there S? I don't think there's an S. Event log, is it? Okay, I don't understand. Let me go to my GitHub. Patch. Let me see what we have. Event. Okay, so get win event log name setup. No events were found. Let me see if anything is installed today. Nope, nothing is installed today. Okay, let me troubleshoot this. History successful. See what we have. Nothing is installed. Oh, I see. So basically, even though we run this, but I never provide the JSON. So let's try again. Let's look at the maintenance window again. Let's click view details. Like a look at the tasks. Let me edit this. Let me click this. Copy this, put this in. Did run command, and let me make changes to the time again. 48. Please make it work. Let's wait. So it's 48. We can look that its next execution time is 12:48 UTC, which is about now. So let's look at the run command again. In progress. Okay, good. So right now what we have is I am indeed missing a JSON file, which, okay, so what's happening is this is working right now. The maintenance window is working right now, and the task that I've given it previously, it wasn't working because I'm missing a JSON file, because I'm running this run batch baseline, and it requires a baseline JSON file. So right now it's still in progress, but looking at this PowerShell command, it's able to install the KB that we wanted, which is 58392. Yeah, 58392. Then after that there'll be a restart. So right now 58525 is installed. So according to this catalog, yeah, it's supposed to install this. Okay, great. So right now we just have to wait whether there's a reboot required. And we are back. Okay, let me cancel this. So just now I run this command again, and it shows that a reboot is necessary. Then I went to look at the tasks in the maintenance window and check whether did I allow it to reboot. Okay, I did. And right now I'm not able to access it because it's rebooting. Let me do some run command instead of going to the instance and doing some. Okay, it is still in progress. Interesting. Let's look at the instance status. Okay, system check pass, check pass. Okay, now we wait again. And we are back. So right now I just did a run command and the PowerShell script is basically to look at the log, and it did shows that a reboot is necessary. So right now the KB58392 was successfully changed to install, so it did install. Then after that I do a get hotfix for 2025, and it shows that 58525 was installed together with 8392. So basically the maintenance window that I've created works. If you're running one task, you are better off doing state manager. So you look at the state that you want, like patch now. You could easily use patch now, like apply association, or you can do a edit to see what's going on. So basically you can see what command it's running. Yeah. Okay, so if it's just one command, you could easily use state manager. When do we use maintenance? Okay, let's type maintenance window versus manager. So basically you only use state manager if you want to do auto scaling group compliance report. So maintenance window takes one or more action on AWS resource. It says that maintenance window takes one or more action. Let me prove that to you. So right now the instance is running. So I'm gonna register task. I'm gonna do run to PowerShell. Okay, we're gonna click this. I'm gonna register this. After that, I'm gonna register again. I'm gonna see whether we can do a shutdown. Okay, we don't have. EC2. Okay, it's not under run. Let's look at something else. Under automation. Start. Okay, so it's under automation. Let's do a stop then. Click this. Okay, my experience tells me that this doesn't work. So if I do resource underscore ID, then I'm gonna choose the role IAM, which is this. Let me click. Okay, I'm gonna click 1, I'm gonna click 0, I'm gonna choose next. So right now time is 9:12. I'm gonna make changes to this. 8, 9, 10, 13. So let's revisit this. So we have two types of tasks. One is the automation, the other one is the run command. And for automation, we can click this and take a look. Oh, sorry, this one won't work because my priority is at 1.1. Let me make changes to this. I'm gonna change this to number 2. Okay, change this. I'm gonna make changes to the time again. Yeah, so it doesn't work because we have two tasks that is of the same priority. 9:14. Yep, it's running right now. It should be running. So our run command was done successfully, but the stop isn't because okay, so based on this I have to make changes here. Let me try again on this stop, and I'm back. Okay, so what we have here right now is there's a task that has failed, and let's look at the details. And it says that the maximum error was exceeded, so the supply parameters for invoking the specified automation document are incorrect. And by looking at the task, you wouldn't know what would be the correct solution. However, as this service falls under SSM, the best I found out that the best resolution for you to understand what's going on is to look at CloudTrail. And to look at CloudTrail, you have to understand what time was the task executed. So it's about 11:31 p.m. 19. So let's look at the event history. Let's look at event source. Let's click SSM. Orchestration service. The service role, nothing here. Okay, maybe this is the one. This command, service role, nothing here either. Service role. Okay, so it says invalid automation parameter exception. Okay, which more or less matches this. The defined assume role is unable to be assumed. So let's look at the task. Basically, it's to stop the EC2 lah. So what assume role did we give, which is the instance profile of the EC2. Let's look at the IAM. Service that it needs to assume is SSM. So let's look at EC2. Let's look at trust relationship. So right now we only have EC2, we don't have SSM. Let me configure this. Let me add. Update the policy, and let's run this again. Now it's 36. As it is, let's alter the timing. Let me make changes to the timing. So now it's 37. Let's make it 38. Click OK, and now we wait. We can take a look at the automation and run command. Yet, so basically it's like a who am I kind of PowerShell command. Yep. So let's take a look at automation. You see this, so it's pending. So now it's working because all I did was look at the errors that we have and append the SSM service into the trust role, trust policy. So we should be looking at this. Still running. Damn, failed. Wow. Oh, okay. So I'm missing a additional policy. For demonstration purposes, I'm just gonna add everything, and I'm gonna see whether I can run it again. Nope, I can't. So I have to make changes to the time again. Now it's 40, 41, and let's wait again. Okay, so now it's 41. Let's look at the automation again. Okay, so right now it's in progress. Let's refresh this. Okay, so good. So right now it's activated, and let's revisit what's going on. So basically, this system manager has a agent or a service called SSM, and basically it cannot assume the role to perform its tasks. And the role that we are talking about is this instance profile of this that I presented. It can be any role as long as there's trust relationship for SSM, and it has a policy name that allows it to access the EC2 instance. So if you want to use maintenance window to have a list of tasks or actions, you have to ensure that there is SSM in the trust policy to perform the task first. Then after that, you can add your IAM roles or your inline policies to do the task that you want. So I hope you enjoy this video. It's a bit it's a learning curve for me, and I enjoy it. So if you have any questions, please leave your questions in the comments below, and I'll try my best to get back to you. Bye.